Hi everybody, Matt and Anna here with On Your Health. Hope everyone's having a great day. We just wanted to kind of go into what muscle testing looks like. So if you're coming in as a consultant or consultation or for a visit, like a follow-up visit, this is kind of what you can expect and what we're going to educate you to when it comes to getting the innate intelligence of the body in a place where it can heal itself. Because your body has the potential to heal itself. Most people don't know that, right? So, and when we say the innate intelligence, what we're basically saying is getting things out of the way and helping the system, right? Not just like your heart or your lung to work, right? We want the whole system to function appropriately. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about any of that?
Not yet.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna have Anna lie down. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using her body, her arm, right? Her arm is a muscle that we can actually use. It's actually going to be her shoulder, right? So if she's too far up sometimes, what that can cause is her to use strength from her neck and or from her back or anything else. All I want is her shoulder, right? That way she's not recruiting anything else from her body, right? So basically what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a strong, see how her arm stays nice and strong when I put muscle or when I put tension on it? And basically all I'm saying to her is, can you just match my pressure? So I'm not gonna go really hard at it because that's gonna hurt her arm eventually, right? And don't worry, sometimes I don't know my own strength, so it happens, right? But, and she knows that more than anybody. But what we're here to do is we're just here to match, right? So nice and strong. Do you feel the tension in your arm? Yeah, cool. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do what we call a body scan, and I'm just gonna go through and see. So if her arm goes weak, it basically means that area of her body needs attention, it needs some help. And then there are probably other parts of her body that are strong. We want to applaud that because it means that there are areas in her body that are really, really working optimally, okay? So right now I'm just going to ask you to match my pressure, and I'm just going to kind of do a full body scan that you know of, and we're going to see what goes on. Cool? All right, here we go. Okay. So I'm basically just putting ischemic pressure, which basically means I'm kind of putting enough pressure on her body part or on that area of her body to kind of restrict blood flow, right? And when I restrict blood flow, it tells me that that area, if it stays weak or goes strong, so her thyroid is needs a little bit of help, right? So I'm gonna keep going. Again, I'm putting enough pressure to restrict blood flow, I thought that was gonna go, to restrict blood flow from the area to see what area is going weak. Oh, okay. She said that makes sense. That's hilarious. Okay. And again, like when you start to, have you gone to the bathroom? Okay, we have fun here. Because health is fun, but you make it all serious all the time. And trust me, if anybody knows me, I used to make health very serious, and it is serious, but it's also fun to learn about your body, right? Interesting. So basically what showed up for her today, right? And there's obviously other preliminary tests that we will do, because when you start just doing a body scan, you know, there are a lot of other things that we can do to make all that not show up, right? But that's what showed up today. So we have thyroid, we have small intestine, we have descending colon, and then we have adrenal. Which kind of makes sense because the gut obviously is your brain, part of your brain system, right? And then you have your adrenal axis, again, part of the brain, HPA, as everyone always says, the HPA axis, right? And then we also have thyroid. Is there anything that you've been like worried about?
I'm on my cycle, so
good to know. Good to know. So again, people don't realize that when women are on their cycles, it actually kind of pulls energy from other areas to maintain a positive cycle and to help the body not be stressed but she's going through stress obviously, right? So that's something that, and haven't you been complaining about like acne and breaking out and things like that?
Headaches, yeah.
And so I've been testing Anna for, 2 years now, and it's been something that we've been working on, right? It's not, I think a lot of people tend to want this like quick, fast thing. Some things happen quickly. Like, can you name something that happened for you, like when you started taking something that just quickly?
I mean, my cycle changed dramatically. So
in a good way?
Yeah.
Cool.
Like probably within a month of being
on a program
really consistently, my flow wasn't as heavy. I wasn't getting like
nice.
crazy PMS symptoms.
Sure, cool. So interesting story, and interesting how her body is sort of, it makes sense that she's getting breakouts. It makes sense that her body's a little stressed. Her adrenals are up, her thyroid is off, and her small intestine is off, right? So what I want to do now, as opposed to just treating every spot, I'm going to put her body into a priority mode, right? Which basically says, hey, if you handle this first, all these other problems actually might get fixed a lot faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just test that arm to make sure it's nice and strong. And now I'm just going to hit those areas that went weak, right? So I'm going to go to her thyroid, stay nice and strong. I'm going to go to her small intestine, her colon, and her adrenals. So her adrenals are showing up, which again, you guys, is not an uncommon practice, right? It's not uncommon that if she's especially going through her cycle right now, her body's a little more heightened, a little bit more stressed, so it needs some support to kind of bring it into balance, right? Her nervous system into balance. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a supplement that works to help balance that out. All right, let's see. I'm going to use the trusted Drenamine. Let's see. So already, see how that made her body nice and strong before? Weak,
I'm
right?
trying to fight you.
Rude. She's definitely trying to strengthen me out, right? So nice and strong. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to test those other areas and see, did that make that strong? It did. Did it make her descending colon strong? It did. Did it make her thyroid strong? Not so much. It's a little weak, see? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little support for that thyroid and see. She doesn't like that right now. Let's see. And this is how we can get specific, right? I could put any thyroid supplement on her body, but her body may not like that and it will go weak, and that's what you just saw. So it's kind of cool how much you can personalize everything to someone's body to help it. Okay, I'm just going to put some minerals on here. Match. Nice and strong. So in 2 products, I just made her body super strong with just some support, right? Everything is really nice and strong. She's not fighting, we're matching. I'm just checking every area now. Okay, so every area that tested, her thyroid, her small intestine, her descending colon, and her adrenal glands, just got super strong by addressing 1, the problems of the body, and then 2, balancing out the organs and the system so that her body didn't need to fix the small intestine and the large intestine, and we fixed it by going right to the priority. Were you going to say something?
I was going to say priority, yeah.
Yeah, we could have easily handled your thyroid and
Yeah.
then handled your small intestine, but instead we only needed 2 products. I will say, we didn't go into detoxification, we didn't go into any of that, so we're just supporting the body. So just realize that's just support for her body of where her body is currently, all right? So that's something that you can expect coming into a consultation, coming in for a follow-up appointment. And we're just here to, 1, make sure that you're in preventative care, so you're really handling anything that the body could have been exposed to in a week or a month, or if your body is continuing to show symptoms. We don't want a symptom-free body. We want a body that works, right? A body that works, it's going to have symptoms sometimes, and that's positive. It's a good thing. It means your body is working. If you're always just looking to not have a symptom, you're dead. I mean, right? Like if you have a symptom-free body, you're kind of dead. Like, I don't want you to always have symptoms, but you do want a body that it's gonna get quote unquote sick every now and then. That's a good thing. It means your body is sustaining. It means like it's working. It's what we want. Now we can get out of it faster, right? That's a good thing. It means your body is healthy, but that's really what we're after. Do you have any questions or anything that you?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, and I think health can be simple if you let it be simple
And fun.
It doesn't have to be this like big gray cloud that you're just chasing,
Yeah.
to fix. But ultimately, the body changes, and as much as you can bring it to balance, that's what we do.
Yeah, and I think, again, we don't want you shouldn't be on the same program for the rest of your life, right? Your body is going to ebb and flow. Sometimes you're going to need some fish oil, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're going to need a little more emotional support. Sometimes you're going to need a little bit of gut support, depending on how you're living, what you're doing. Like this is what we're not being told in our world today, is that you just think, oh, if I just stay on vitamin D for the rest of my life, then I'm good. Well, that could be part of it in the winter time if you're not getting sunshine and all those things. But if you're not, if you're in a different area where you're getting sunshine all the time, that might not be the problem, right?
And it could cause more harm than actually help.
Right.
If you're overdoing it.
Right,
You know?
absolutely. So we hope this helps you today. We hope this helps you understand that your body really does want to work. It's really, this work is so powerful. It's exciting for me. It's exciting for Anna to watch the clients that come into the office and get better. That's what we want. We don't want to see you every day for the rest of your life. In the beginning stages, you might see us every week for a little while, but the goal is that you don't need that level of consistency, that your body is maintaining a healthy structure, healthy nervous system to where you don't need all the visits and all the constant,
And you start to understand your body and listen to it much more easily when you clean yourself out.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
and two, I will say it's interesting when somebody maintains it and they don't sabotage themselves and they get into a place of maintenance. That's where it gets really fun and exciting, because then you can start to go, okay, Matt, now I want to get my performance in my exercise better. And that's when we can start to kind of get fun with things, and maybe you need a little bit of collagen, or maybe you need a little bit of creatine, or what have you. And but I think it's really about, where things get fun. In the beginning stages, it's fun to learn what could have been in your body and preventing you from thriving in life. I think a lot of times we get into this position where, we don't really know how good life can be, because we've just known sickness. We've just known the illness, right? Or the ailment.
or you're waiting for it to come.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So I think there's more to health that's not really being talked about, because what's being talked about is just, I'm sick and I feel like crap. Well, I don't want you to feel like that.
Yeah.
I know both sides of what it feels like to be amazing and feel great, and I know what it feels like to be depressed and feel like crap and feel my mind's all over the place. And the more you can learn about what things can affect your body, the more education you have, the better. So
Totally.
yeah, so we hope this helped you. We hope, maybe you can come in for a consultation, or if that's not the right thing for you right now, definitely, buy a supplement brand or a bundle from Standard Process. We would love to help you any way we can if this isn't the right thing for you right now, but it is really cool when you start to kind of experience how your body can heal itself. So we hope you guys have a great day, great week, and we'll hear from you soon.